Oh shit, we're live?
Nope.
Oh.
Are we dead?
We're in hell for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh man, did I miss a session?
It's a struggle. It's a crossover.
You call it hell, I call it home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't lying. All right. You
Oh, sure. Oh, sure, we're live now?
Yeah.
Oh.
We've been live.
Oh shit.
That was the joke.
Oh, we live.
Oh. Now I get
Wait,
it.
like-
That was really funny.
You're saying we're live, right?
I'm saying you have schizoaffective disorder and we don't even exist.
Nice. Nice. It's about time.
Got him.
I'm gonna give it to conscious.
No, that's the other game. That's the other game. That doesn't start yet for another 2 weeks. Oh. Let me surround
right.
you with muscle. Hold on.
Yes.
Are they hired?
They are members of this here biker gang.
Like, are we talking bicycles or are we talking motorbikes? Because I just got to judge the technology level we're working with right now.
Well, they're horses, but you know.
That is vastly different from either of those other two.
Let's see.
Oh, completely surrounded. Aha.
Oh, double surrounded.
Oh. There's more. I see.
Oh god.
Last I checked, you were completely surrounded by your friends.
And fire. He was dancing.
Yeah, it's a man on fire.
I'm still on the stage.
Denzel, yeah. All right.
The last thing in my notes was Zuref sing along horribly.
That's pretty on
Zuref,
brand.
This has gotta be your fault.
Probably. I'm the one who kind of drew all the attention, I think.
It was everybody. It was a series of failures to blend in.
What, asking about sentient robot ladies drew attention? Since when, dude?
No, that really wasn't it. It was mostly everything else.
Oh.
Hey, Chase, real quick. Do I have any buffs or conditions on my sheet, by the way?
No, but you're wasted, which is why you have all those penalties.
Ah, thank you. That
Yes.
works. Yes.
Don't worry, I'd asked myself the same question earlier. I was like, why do you have 10 int and 6 wisdom? But you are inebriated at the moment, so. All right. What do you do?
That is awesome.
So realizing I'm surrounded, I stop dancing and like stumbling on my feet, trying to get my balance as I do so, and try to get my bearings.
Right. You lot with me. Let's go. They direct you sort of out the back. Call it this way.
Can I attempt to blend in with the band, or they very clearly know I'm not with the band?
Oh, they're very clearly. we're past that point.
Okay, all right.
Quinn kind of like looks a little surprised, like trying to play it off. Like me, you're lumping me with them.
Half the crowd from the fighting pit is just looking at you with mean mugs for essentially taking their money.
Hang on. Don't we at least get a chance to cash in these chips first?
My head's spinning.
You can always, get the voucher during daylight.
Okay. Are we just being escorted out? Like, what's going on? Why are we following you, fine, upstanding gentlemen?
Gotta have a word with you. You're disturbing the locales. Now let's fucking move, meat. Says it
Okay,
again.
at least we're not the ones swearing.
I growl in response.
I attempt to lead the pack for them.
Oh god. All right. So seeing as you're not like trying to run away, they'll let you.
Okay.
All right, we should Quinn, should we follow Quinn? Hey,
Just
you just
follow
get
him.
closer to me, buddy. All right, let's go follow him. Let's make sure he's alive.
Yeah.
I'm very avidly trying to resist them making me move as we walk along this path.
Oh no.
Azar, just come on, man.
Yeah.
Trust me. And I just kind of like wink, like a big dramatic wink, so he gets it. Just like play along.
With his vision, isn't that more of a blink though?
Hold on one second.
Do you have horns? I got this.
I attempt to match the exact walking stride of the one that's right behind me or to the left of me.
Oh my god. Like a military two-step.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to follow exactly their step.
Beautiful.
Oh no. Zuref, you can't be the leader for us, so you're trying to be the leader for them?
I just turn around to G Eric and I blink twice.
Quinn, what does that mean?
Quinn sees this and just starts smirking, not realizing that he like doesn't have a mask anymore. He kind of forgot. So he like very visibly has like a big smirking grin on his face.
I'm just gonna stick as close to Azar as I can to make sure my stumbly buddy gets out okay.
Ow. I say as the bar goes right through my body.
Yeah.
The wizardry it took for you to move all those pieces at the same time. I can only imagine.
It's powerful. Okay. As they escort you out the back of the building, and one of them, ostensibly the leader, like, I think you've earned enough for the night. I think we need our cut. He like chuckles and looks around all of the other ones. You could see without having to roll, they have, some of them have chains, some have broken bottles, some have straight up ropes wrapped around their fists. Titular rope fist gang being what it is.
Mm-hmm.
A couple have some hand axes.
So wait, are you guys actually security, or because that doesn't look standard issue to me?
It's pretty standard for this place.
What's the cut?
%50.
So you want
No way.
You want 50% of your own in-house money?
Them's the rules.
I just turn back at the group and I look at them and I kind of gesture to my hips because I have no sword on my hip and no war banners on my back, and I just look at the group and I go, 50% of their own in-house money, and I look straight at G Eric for guidance.
Okay, look, we can talk all of this out, all right? 50%'s a little bit too much, especially considering that we're guests and considering that the vouchers mentioned none of this to us. In fact, last I recall, your boss even came to see us and said that we were good to enjoy the festivities.
Hey,
so, yeah.
50% is fine. And I look at the leader in the face and just kind of like lock eyes with him and like try to just like nod and like acceptance.
So about that,
Yeah.
I, for once, am going to take a page out of your book, my friend, and say, no, 50% is too much. In fact, I dare say paying anything to these guys is a little bit too much, especially considering that we are the group that decided to go investigate Connor's disappearance, that we are the group that fought all those.
Connor. Give us our cut and you can leave. Otherwise, it goes the other way.
I wouldn't say that in front of my fiery friend Azar here.
Make a
And I just
perception check.
gesture to him. Okay. Zoop.
He's fucking wasted, dude.
Yeah, okay, but you know what? Alcohol is flammable. And my boy is also flammable.
I growl very loudly over all the noise going on in my ears right now.
So,
You want to try to intimidate?
Just getting frustrated over all of this. Excuse me?
You want to intimidate?
Yeah, let's do that.
About half of them take a visible, palpable step back.
look, I'm just saying, if you continue this, I think a lot of your cut's probably going to go up in flames.
That one didn't have any money. That one
Right, but he's
does.
standing next to the ones that do.
You'd burn your own money?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Idiots.
Look, the stupid one, he doesn't speak for me. Take 50%. Let me leave. I don't want any trouble.
This is the first. Are you guys hearing this? He doesn't want to keep the money. Is this actually Polly? Is that you?
At that, Garmin will step out from the building. It's the leader of the gang, obviously the guy that owns the building. And he'll look around and take in the scene, and he'll go, gentlemen, no one will be paying anything. These are our guests. I expect them to be treated with every courtesy. And the lead guy like laughs and kind of like smacks his little bottle into his palm for a second. And he goes, no, every courtesy. Escort them safely in one piece and bid them good night. I pay you to guard, not to fleece the customers. We got a problem? No, boss. No, we're good. We're just messing with the out-of-towners, that's all. We didn't mean nothing by it. We weren't gonna take your money. It was... Anyway, we'll get out of here. It's this way.
Good thing you showed up. They would have been in a lot of trouble.
Yes. I better walk you to the front.
Yeah, you better, because we would have dragged this fight straight back into your lovely establishment.
Yes, there are 13 11th level fighters here, but never mind. You were saying?
I'd like to bluff the DM, actually.
I'm trying to quit breaking the fourth wall as much.
I'm going to bluff the DM. Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a 15 as well.
Okay, all right.
I see you. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, we'll leave, but we're going to leave with the last word. Okay, we're all getting the last word except for Azar.
Well, except for Quin. Quin's the one that tried to bail on us just now. I'm kind of mad at him.
I don't start stupid fights. We were
They
outnumbered.
started it.
I'm gonna let you two guys work this one out.
Quinn just rolls his eyes and looks off to the other side, away from Jarek.
You guys walk out of your shop.
I'm trying to understand why there's two of everything right now.
See, our party just doubled.
I got 2 guns, one for both of you. All right. As you guys are out front towards the street over here, on like the corner of the building where I'm clicking.
Mhm.
As you pass out of earshot of most of the guards, Garmin turns to you guys and goes, "That was tense, huh?
Oh, my boy Polly, I was wondering where you went off to.
I saw we had like a Code 1 situation brewing, so I figured I might want to step in. That could have been bad. Seen what those guys do to people they don't like. A lot of broken legs, broken teeth. Not really my style, but you know, hey, we should make like a tree and go home."
Yeah, maybe on the way we can learn how to keep our mouths shut, G. Eric.
I am the most reasonable one out of anybody in this town.
Okay.
So I'd be glad to teach you, Quin.
As they're
Quin's
talking,
tail.
He has like
Quin's
one.
tail
He
starts
has
to
like
whip
one
just a little bit.
Seagrams, and he's just like, "I'm the shit. I'll blow a hole in your head."
I would like to check on Azar's drunk level to see if he's capable of getting back to the foundry effectively.
With escort, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, just carry him already. Come on.
Stumble drunk.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna be next to him as close as I can be without upsetting him. I'm not quite sure what his temperament is during this time period.
I'm stumbling through the streets with one hand on my head, and my eyes are glowing brighter than usual.
How you doing there, Azar? You doing okay?
I just look at him and growl,
Ugh.
very
Okay.
gently.
Okay, all right, okay. Let's get you back to the warmth. What time is it right now, DM?
I don't remember exactly. Pretty late, close to midnight
Pretty
or
late,
something
okay.
like that. A little bit after.
I think it's like it's 2 a.m. I
Yeah,
think when they
around
grabbed
2.
us with my
Yeah,
math.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably around like what 4? We weren't in there for very long, right?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Whew. I look at G. Eric and Quinn as they're kind of squabbling back and forth, and I say, "Well, either way, that could have went pretty poorly. I'm pretty beat. It's been a long night for me and all of us. I think it's time to turn back in."
Yeah. We should get some rest. It's good to let some steam off, but better keep our eyes on the prize, huh? Tomorrow we go back at it. We find Connor. Sounds like a plan.
All right, Paulie, calm down. Calm down. You bailed us out. You bailed us out.
You know, my people had a saying. It's like teamwork makes the dream work.
Quinn just walks
or
off.
something. He's very proud of himself for that one.
It's a very good motto.
Yeah, I know. Let's go.
And yeah, I guess we walk back to the forge.
Okay. As you guys get to the exterior, you're like stumbling to open the doors. You know, everyone's like fumbling with the key trying to get in. Polly will gently kind of put his hand around Azar and Azar and Zuref's shoulders and just be like, "Hey, the people had another saying too. The strength of the wolf is the pack. I'll see you in the morning." And he just smacks you both on the ass and walks inside.
I'm just unfazed, and I just kind of walk on a little bit further from him, and I just kind of look at Azar to see if Azar is going to react, and I just kind of push through.
I don't even realize what's going on. I just stumble over to my forge, tripping on the way in the corner, and laying down headfirst into a pile of ash.
As we walk in, I look around for my war banners, recognizing that they're no longer on the floor, and I see them neatly packed in the corner. And I just look at Azar's face down body in the fire, just flames all around, smoke coming up, and I just kind of nod at him as I take the war banners and wrap them up and throw them back on my back before sitting down in my normal spot.
Nice.
Quinn just kind of chuckles to himself as he goes off to bed.
Oh no. I saw you moving. No. You moved me to the correct spot.
Just kneels down, just puts his face in it.
My element is water, thank you. And I will be in it forever.
Okay. Several hours pass, and it is morning. A reasonable time. 9-ish, 10 almost. I'm just gonna hand wave anybody who has HP damage, if they have any. Just put yourself to full. Sorry, you're not. When do you have +2 to? Oh yeah, from the being drunk too. Okay, so you're not wasted anymore or particularly hungover. All right, Joe, we gotta set your spells for the day.
Yeah. Let's see. Level 1. We'll do. So we're about to go back into the cave, correct?
Seems like the most likely path.
We're gonna go back into that bar and we're gonna mess things up.
Well, what I'm getting at is aside from what I'm asking, the reason I'm asking is if we're about to go into say a section of time where we could have combat, I need to load back up. I want to visit the store too on top of
yeah, we'll be able to do that.
so I'm almost like doing it. I'm almost doing like a Quin's looking over like a checklist. Let's see here. We'll do Shocking Grasp. We'll do Illusion of Calm. Let's do Windy Escape and Auditory Hallution. So those will be my 4 options. And then is that just 4 out of that's just level 1, right? How many do I get out of level 2? Or do I get 6 total spells? No.
You have 2 level 2s. They could be 2 of the same or 1 of each or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll do 1 of each.
Nice. Okay.
Also, never found out what my reward was for winning the fight.
Yeah, you did not. Curious.
You lived.
Yeah. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Bullshit. I even said 50%. I was being nice. Fuck them. Humans suck. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh no, I went in and played pool with the Hells Angels and they took my money. All right.
That's awesome.
What would you like to get from the shop? You guys will be able to go back and get your money later. It's just probably not a good idea right now.
Trying to see how much gold do I have here now?
We're going back.
I have 41 GP. Can I do 1 Cure Light wounds?
Good diplomacy roll.
You're haggling now.
You got a stew going.
Let's see.
Quinn, do you want some help haggling? Do you need somebody to be with you to do it?
Oh. Come on, you stupid thing.
Non-focus yet. I think I see a 2 there.
It's a fucking 18. This
It's a
stupid webcam. Yeah, 45 will do you. Go ahead and mark one on your sheet.
All right. Cool. And I am ready. Quinn starts stretching. He's in a good mood. It's like nothing from the previous night even happened. But he seems up in spirits.
I need to head over to Mr. Otterby's to pick up my sword.
All right.
Mhm.
Going together or solo?
I'll go solo to go pick it up.
Okay.
I'll hang out with Azar. Because that's a pairing we haven't seen yet.
Quinn's gonna go outside and swing a sword around. And do his like movements, just kind of practicing form.
I can either already be there or I could be walking there.
It's up to you. I'm just gonna hand wave until you get there.
Okay, yeah, I'm already there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I knock on Mr. Otterby's door.
Ah, Zuref, come. He invites you inside and goes to show you his work.
Cool.
Describe as you see fit.
Sure. He turns around and kind of puts his hands out. He's got the blade kind of wrapped up in a like a wool cloth and unfolds it, and it is definitely still my blade. I can definitely see the marks from the work that's been done, from the wars and battles that it's been in. But the blade is changed in color in some way. As I take the blade and I hold it in my hand and test it for balance, I kind of move it around a little bit, and I can see that the color changes in the light. Very, very subtly, but I can see it definitely changing. And I know that when I swing it in the light, it's definitely going to look very different as well. I take the blade, and as usual, after handing it over to anybody, I quickly slice my hand with it just gently to feed it once again my own blood, which is the most important thing that my blade can have on it. And I recognize that my blood is kind of just dripping off of the blade, almost not even getting out of its kind of droplet pooling. It seems to slide off, almost as if it's gliding across like it's on plastic. And I noticed that the the hilt itself has completely changed. It's almost like a sky metal that's been dyed a metallic blue gold that also, when I turn it, changes gently in color. And it has a nice hooked handle and hilt and some spiked handguards on it. And I take it and I look at Mr. Ottersby and I weigh it out, and no need to wipe the blood off of it. I just kind of shake it on his carpet in front of him. And I bow to him and thank him graciously for taking the time to fix my blade for me and to give it such a beautiful look. Our enemies will definitely, Mr. Otterby, our enemies will definitely remember what this blade looks like.
I know they will. Clasp me on both shoulders and we'll give him hell, son.
Already on it. And I slide the sword back onto my waist in the sheath, and I turn around and walk away.
All right. You have a Rain-X covered blade.
Yes, yes. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to break the.
What do you mean by a hooked handle? Like one of the, like it has a rounded like thing that goes around the knuckle guard, or?
No, I'm saying like it's got just normal handle of the blade, but at the bottom he kind of put a little hook on the bottom of it, so I still hold it. It's almost like an umbrella.
Yeah,
It's
got like a pommel hook thing you can catch. Gotcha.
Yeah, he kind of jaded at the bottom just a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I walk back to the foundry feeling dangerous.
And he walks back just in time to hear G. Eric Ryan having this wonderful conversation with Azar that goes fairly as such. So, Azar, I have a firearm. You have 2 firearms. I think we are going to make a wonderful team, my friend.
I look at him and just stand up and walk over to the javelin that I got from the previous battle and bring it over to the forge.
Yeah, that's a good idea, just to make sure that you also have a projectile weapon. Then we can complement each other even more so. In fact, I was almost thinking that I should get something, not quite, because it's
I
very
cut
much
him off and say, "Do you ever stop talking?" As I start working towards trying to melt the javelin down into a metallic liquid.
a little bit of conversation while you work makes the time go by so much faster. Come on.
I keep toiling away trying to ignore him.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know what? I'll let you work. I understand this is probably not quite as delicate as the work I do, but still fairly delicate.
As I'm still melting away the metal, I just say, "And what is the work you do?"
I work on these bad boys, and I point at the gun as I'm holding it up, just pointing straight to the ceiling. Finger on the trigger, because I don't, I know just the barest gun safety, and it's not much. These have a lot more parts in them than your average sword, than your average spear. Technically, chainmail would have more parts, but that's just because you'd have to link all the little chains together. But this complicated piece of machinery right here can only be serviced by a master.
He sees me dip my hand into the wait, do I have to roll to see if I'm actually melting the javelin down or no?
Not really, if that's all you're doing with it.
Okay, cool. So he sees me dip my hand into the metallic alloy unfazed, and I look at him and just say, "And what do you call those?"
What? These are firearms. These are guns. This is specifically the one this is a pistol. This is the thing that's been helping me help you guys by making all those delicious holes in the enemies.
And if they're so powerful, how come you couldn't help yourself in the first place when you got captured?
So it has a lot of advantages to a sword, okay? But much like a sword or any other weapon, it kind of has to be in your hand to have it work. And by the time I realized that my friends weren't so friendly and they were shoving me inside that little box, my hands were already bound, so I couldn't really do much with that. In fact, I'm surprised they kept it on my hip. They probably didn't know what it was.
Caught you lacking,
I walk
dog.
out of the forge. Oh, wait. I walk out of the forge. Still smoke coming off my body. I left the metal alloy in a little bucket inside the fire to always keep it kind of molten. And I look at G. Eric, and I put a hand out, asking him to pass me the gun.
Is that the hand you just had in the alloy? Because I feel like that might be a little too warm for it.
I
Quin-
glare at him in response.
Quin walks into the door at this point.
I'm sorry. What'd you do? What was the Kurt?
I said I glare at you in response.
You know what? I'd rather not have to fix it again right before we go in, so I might just hold on to this for right now. You can see it afterward, though, when your hand's not so on fire. Again, your firearm, so to speak.
I turn away and just walk towards Quin.
Hey, big guy, what's going on?
Just doing some work while we have the time.
Okay.
I
Jarek, you okay?
I am perfectly fine. I was just helping illuminate Azar on the finer points of my weapon and how we might potentially collaborate better in the future.
Okay, that's enough. Hey, Zuref, we're all here. What do you think we should do?
I look at Gieric and then I look back at Azar and Quin and I look back at Gieric again and yeah, he seems to be fine. And I look back over and I go, well, if there's only one thing we really can do, I suppose it's time to go deeper into those caves. We have to find Connor. That's been the mission from day one. So if that is what the three of you want to do for Polly, sorry, then I will gladly be in whatever position you'd like me to be in.
Quin's a little stunned.
I just
Go ahead.
say again.
Go ahead with what you were going to say.
Oh, I was gonna say, Azar kind of looks back over at Zuref and just says calmly, "Val deserves to see her father again. I'll do what I must to save Connor." And kind of nods him over to walk forward.
I kind of look at Jarek. I kind of give him like a up and down. Well, you coming or what?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you guys to stop interrupting me on every sentence.
All right. Well, I guess we should just head for that cave then.
Well, we should stop by and get some water breathing first, I think, and then maybe I don't know, maybe the church will have an update for us, or maybe some extra guidance before we go.
Not really. I was gonna hand wave it, but
Yeah, hand wave it. Hand wave it.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, benevolent DM.
Yes.
Can you cast a level 6 hand wave?
Very
D100,
well.
please.
Very well. Close your eyes. One head on your head, the other on your belly, and say rubber, baby, buggy, bumper.
Rubber baby bubby bumper. I messed up, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It'll still work.
You explode.
It's the thought.
Roll 1d100.
No.
See how much damage you take.
All right, hold on.
Feast, feast, feast.
Oh,
That's feast for me.
Jesus.
that's your gun. That's your gun hand.
It's okay. I'm ambidextrous, aka awesome.
Chase rolls a 1 and we end up in carrying crown after the hand wave.
You're like,
Huh?
oh, I made the wrong turn at Yedenve. Oh man. Fuck.
Except Alan ends up in Delta and DG somehow.
Delta Green. What's going on? What are these metal boxes moving really, really
Dude.
fast?
Can you imagine this guy with a 9mm? Come on.
Oh yeah. G. Eric, federal agent.
The G stands for glowing.
Just hear the knock. It's like, open up! I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm a warrior or something.
All right, fourth wall's been broken a lot.
So
We're going down the tunnel that it made just now.
you guys proceed outside, obviously.
Yeah. Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Wave my hand.
As you do, bemused having heard this whole non-fourth wall conversation, you all look up and see a Kelid man in his mid-40s, pale skin, long black hair, a chain shirt, and lots of pouches, pockets, things of that nature. Azar, go ahead, roll knowledge local for me before we do anything else.
Yep.
Still hungover, eh? All right. He'll kind of like pull a toothpick out that he was chewing on, and he'll go, the name's Tret, Senville Tret. I hear you gentlemen have been delving into some fantastic depths beneath the town.
The most fantastic.
Indeed. Well, I hate to take up your valuable time, but I'm what you might call a subject matter expert when it comes to the particulars of the strange things buried in Numerian soil. I figure it's only a matter of time before our paths intersect, so I tossed a little bit of an accelerant on this meeting of ours. I am a firm believer that people should meet people. And so we've met. Do keep me in mind if you find yourself in possession of any of those delightful baubles from the stars, Ta-ta for now. Be seeing you.
Where should we find you?
Oh, around.
What are you trying to offer in exchange for these baubles, these trinkets, these wonderful shiny bits we find?
Money, expertise. I'm a purveyor.
Sure, sounds good to me.
I look at J. Eric and I go, and I like put a hand up on one side of my mouth and I go, we should sell Polly.
No, we should not. He is our friend, and he got us out of a big jam yesterday. And the fact you already forgot that is I'm going to take you to a healer after this.
Gentlemen, I said baubles. I'm not a trafficker. I don't sell people or buy them, for that matter. Although, for the right price, I know if you know what? Never mind. Forget I said that. Good day.
I would like to walk faster than his exit and bump him as I go by.
Ooh. How scary. Big man.
Quin's just like kind of scratching his head, like just above one of his horns, like a little confused.
We don't play well with outsiders. I turn to Quin and I go, another opportunity for coin.
Yeah, I guess. What do you mean by that?
He really has been replaced.
Quin, you're just constantly, you always want gold of some sort. It's kind of how we've come to know you.
He kind of looks at everybody, rolls his eyes looking at Zuref. Yeah, it's kind of a necessity to live. And then just walks out the door.
Okay, never mind. Maybe he hasn't been replaced. He's still just as moody as ever.
Listen, are you wearing a wire, Zuref? What are you asking all these questions for?
His tail's twitching real hard as he walks out.
It's making the dollar sign. It's making the Halden dollar sign. All right. I'm going to take us into the caves. All right. We're back here as this section has been repowered since you turned the power back on to the dome. Proceed.
Okay.
Now that it's light, you want to take a look around or what have you, you're welcome to.
We are coming from the north, right?
You're going towards the sand.
We're going towards the sand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We at? Are we gone from here?
Yeah, where's our characters?
Where
Where's-
am I?
Where's my G. Eric Ryan NFT?
He shouts at everybody.
You wouldn't screenshot an NFT. All right.
Right.
And this is the first. So this is coming straight out of the desert, right? This is right out of the desert. This is the first door we enter from the desert, right?
No, it's going into the desert.
Oh, this is going into the desert. Okay.
This is where you brutally murdered a tribe of semi-innocent skulks from the Darklands.
Oh, you're talking like where the blue X is. That was the.
That's where you committed the
Azar.
war crime. Yeah.
Yeah, where the giant hole is and everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
where Azar threw somebody down a hole
Yeah, Azar
after they were dead.
They
Yeah.
desecrated the body. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many people did you shoot? How many people did you shoot?
Look, officer, you're asking the wrong questions right now. I'm not the one that was hiding the evidence.
Who said I was hiding it?
Hey,
Threw it down a
speaking of
hole.
that hole, when we find Connor, can we go on another adventure and maybe like look into that big hole?
I look down at Quinn. I go, yeah, I can't see. I mean, we have nothing else going on. So this place is now lit up.
Yeah, the power's on.
Power's on. Okay.
Are the doors still like malfunctioning?
Not really.
Okay.
There's a small
Um,
square on the wall next to each one that you wave a hand in front of it. They just sort of part soundlessly.
Okay. Not really caring or understanding that the situation has in some way changed. I look at Gieric and I kind of gesture at the door, still unaware of how to open them.
Yeah, of course. You just simply, I just like wave my hand, like push against the thing. I guess it opens, right?
You don't have to touch it.
I still do, just because I'm not sure exactly how it works.
Bunch of
I just-
goddamn primitives over here. Polly like waves physically grabs your hand and is like in front of it, and it just keeps going like.
Yes, Polly, I was just examining the absolutely exquisite artisanship of this particular square that I'm waving my hand in front of. Sorry for wanting to take an interest in whatever this culture is.
Quinn looks at Azar and just like takes one finger and like circles it over his ear and like looks at like Gieric and is like, he's crazy while he's talking to them.
I've already walked to halfway into the room.
Crazy ones
I
opening the
smirk
doors.
back at Quinn and just kind of mimic the motion that Polly made Jared do and walk through.
Okay. The doors are shut at the other side, but there's no reason to think they wouldn't operate either the same way.
All right.
Is that
So
robot
I'll just-
still active or what?
Just
Oh,
keep,
it's moving around.
I just keep walking over.
Yeah, we just kind of avoid it, and
I just keep walking.
Yeah.
yeah, we're kind of striding through like
Let
we own the place.
me have you guys
Yeah,
roll
I would
perception
agree to that.
since you're in the big
Okay.
chamber with all the debris.
Okay.
Easy. This is the one.
Perception.
Mhm.
Damn it.
Hey,
Oh, if I'm crazy, at least I can see.
it is.
I saw that 13, Quinn.
It was the one.
Tell
How
me,
about that?
what did my tiefling eyes tell me?
I see that 13.
I see that 13 too. Yeah. Huh. Nice junk.
Thank you.
Yeah, Eric and Zuref, you guys see a couple things, actually. The first is a sky metal tool, not too dissimilar to like blacksmith tongs or very, very large shears, almost as long as like a human leg. Not particularly sharp. The two heads that split look pretty powerful. Want to examine that after we talk about the rest of the stuff, you can. Eric, you find a small black cylinder, handheld. It's pretty slim, with a black crystal on one end, and inside the crystal is inlaid with slightly luminescent geometric finery. And each of
Ooh.
you find a single silver disc, also inlaid with slightly luminescent geometric finery. You hold it at just the right angle.
Fantastic. I mean, I'm gonna.
You
I
said
don't
those. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't. Is there any way to figure out what this black cylinder would be doing, or
Well, engineering going. See what we got.
you want to engineering it? Okay. Look at that, the mana 17s.
Can't be 100% sure, but crystal, whatever circuit inlay is inside, has the very vaguest similarity to those key cards you found That's about all you can glean from it.
Kidoki. We'll just
Uh,
hold on to that.
You said the sky metal tool is like tongs. You said the size of a leg.
Yeah, pretty long.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to I'd like to pick it up and examine it as if it's a weapon of sorts.
Make a survival check.
This is the one.
You could
13 damage a hit.
probably hit someone over the head with it. You want to try to look at it, Eric, or
Yeah, let's do it. Also survival?
no? It's be engineering.
Oh, engineering
Yeah,
for me. Oh,
I was
okay.
looking at it like it was a weapon. Yeah.
You can hit someone on the head with it.
That's your first thought. As you look at it, you realize it's meant to be separated.
Oh,
Almost,
how
almost like a bolt cutter, but not sharp. Takes you a minute, but you realize you could use this to wedge two stuck objects apart, or grip something that needs to be held in place. It's like extremely powerful. This is like the jaws of life in the real world. You know, it's manual. You have to crank it, but could like take these doors and bust them open, for example, if you had to.
I walk over to Gieric and I look at him and I go, "Weapon, right?" And I go to grab it from him.
So I mean, okay. In only the most technical sense, because anything can really be a weapon if you throw it hard enough or hit somebody with it hard enough. But I think if I'm not mistaken, which you two in the back there, you keep quiet on that. I think you just hold on. And I just kind of like manipulate it, and I figure out how to open it up, and I'm like, yeah. So this will help like pry things open. You can like kind of squeeze stuff with it. I don't know. It seems pretty handy. Could be pretty good. So I don't think you should hit people with it necessarily unless worse comes to worse, but I think you should hold on to it.
I stare at Gieric blankly and kind of tuck it into my belt to the best of my ability in some way.
All right.
Quinn laughs at Zuref just a little bit because it's like kind of fumbly and awkward, I'm sure, for him trying to figure out a way to put that into his belt.
Yeah.
And then these silver discs, do you think they're what that fun casino we were at are named after?
Make a local roll. Anybody who wants to can.
I'm showing everybody the discs.
Once you said that out loud.
Jesus.
Azar, I thought you lived here.
Has it been that long?
Oh, great. I know the most about it.
Yeah. You've seen a few silver discs before. Normally they don't glow like that. Usually they're totally dead, like totally inert. Dull. Not particularly shiny. They don't have that inlay that's visible when you hold it.
Quinn tries to bite his.
It's 1d6 electricity damage.
Oh, sucks for you. I don't take electricity damage.
Roll it anyways.
1d6 almighty damage, my bad.
1d6 acid damage. Get fucked. Teifling. No, I'm just kidding.
I just hold mine up and kind of tuck it away after looking at it for a little bit.
Did we each find one, or was it just the two of
There
us?
was only two of them. So there's only the two that made their check, not Mr. 13 and Mr. 10.
Oh, you did say each of you. So that's why I think.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I meant those two.
Yeah.
You know what? I will, in the sake of trying to be friends with Azar, because he still seems a little bit frosty on the idea, which is a little ironic when you think about how on fire this man is all the time. I'm going to hand him my disc and say, "Here, you might find a use for that, my friend."
I grab it and just ask why as I tuck it away.
Like somebody's grandpa not understanding inflation, be like, here, go get yourself a soda, kid.
Because I believe in your ability to think outside the box, Azar, and I think you're going to find a use for that.
I kind of just raise my eyebrows like, okay. And I just kind of walk off towards Quin once again.
I'm just sitting up against the wall.
As we start to walk towards the next hallway, I also hand mine to Azar.
I take it and tuck them both away, kind of confused, but not really questioning why at the moment.
Hey, Chase, what the robot doing?
Just going about his business.
Going fast as fuck, boy.
Okay.
Cleaning shit up.
Okay.
All right, and yeah,
Why is he inside me?
I walk over to the door, and I kind of wave my hand to open it because I've seen all the hand waving at this point, and I recognize the type of chamber that this room is, and I hesitantly walk into it.
Nothing happens.
Cool.
I follow suit, not really understanding his hesitance at the moment.
I push past Azar and go to wave my hand so it opens the next door.
Eric.
Isn't this the room that shocked us earlier?
No, it's on the other side of the cave.
Okay.
Identical room, but no.
Gotcha.
Okay.
As the four of you step in and Quin goes to this time activate the exterior door, the interior one silently closes behind you. And the nozzles in the room spray you all in a fine metallic silver sort of mist. It's like a sauna for a split second.
Ew.
You feel clean. Too clean. And then the outer door soundlessly parts.
Actually, after last night, that probably isn't the worst thing that could have happened to us.
I kind of just like brush off my shoulders and my chest and kind of push forward.
Quin looks down at his crotch and realizes it's not itchy anymore. And then walks through the door.
Yeah, I need you to make a Hep C roll. No. All right.
Yep, pushing through.
Let's proceed out to the desert.
To the dessert. Where the giant skeleton awaits.
Happy Halloween, bitches. No, I'm just kidding.
It's November.
As you emerge from the hidden cave entrance where this airlock is, the desert basks in a rich crimson glow of the low red sun. Sand shimmers with veins of metallic powders that glimmer in the sunlight, and the strange, once seemingly dead coral growths now bloom, radiating bioluminescent blossoms of deep, dark purple and rich teal. Beneath the sands, you can see tendril-like roots connecting these growths, each pulsing with a similar ambient light, giving the desert the illusion of life and motion, its dunes reminiscent of surf breaking on a distant shore. And far off to the north, tumblewood very clearly rolls in the wind.
This place looks a little different.
Quin runs out in front. This big smile on his face, and he just kind of opens his arms up and he goes, "Guys, this is so cool." And just kind of looks back. His tail is just whipping, but just in excitement this time.
Azar looks around and a small smirk creeps across his face because he's really enjoying the changing environment.
Zuref, is just kind of noticing the other two, kind of taking to this kind of area. This looks very foreign to me, uh, and I look at Gieric and I say, creatures, land, not entirely sure, but this doesn't look like anything that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one there. It doesn't look like anything I've really seen, and trust me, I've been around. I don't know. Let's let them enjoy it, you know? Like just take it in, bask in it, treat it as a new experience, let it build your character, let it help revitalize your soul.
And you all have skin cancer. No, I'm just kidding.
I look at Gieric and I smile at him and I pat him on the shoulder and I go, yeah, I think I can do that. And Zuref slowly starts walking the normal path, but at a much slower pace than before.
All right.
I guess we're moving.
Yeah, we're just moving the normal path. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You guys don't want to look around in the other places we haven't seen yet? I know our goal is to find Connor, but this is a pretty large area.
I look back to Gieric and I say, well, there's still a door left unopened, and I'd like to look into that first. I think we have to go deeper before we go necessarily wider if we're going to find Connor. I think if we had seen him before, if we had any sign of him before, we'd have seen it already.
That's fair.
We keep pushing
I
through.
look back and say, I agree. Keep pushing forward.
Boom.
All right.
And you tore your Achilles tendon. Aha.
Got him. Okay. As you get to the doors in this airlock, they function again much the same way. The buzzing and the strange arcs of electricity are no longer present in this one. And nothing seems to happen when the door shuts and the four of you are inside.
Sure.
Just the glow of fluorescence and that soft buzzing sound, like everywhere else in here.
I walk up to the door and I just wave my hand.
As we walk through, I kind of turn back and look at that room again, recognizing its familiarity. And I turn to Gieric and I say, why nothing this time? We got hit with that weird mist on our way in, but why not on our way into here?
I don't know. Sometimes when I don't take care of my gun for a very long time, it'll start acting funny. Maybe the same kind of principle applies here.
I shrug and continue to push forward.
Come on, Azar, let's go.
Quin's really excited, so he's kind of just like sticking with Zuref, since Zuref seems to always attract a bunch of attention.
Oh, hold on. Something's happening to Kurt.
Yeah, his camera's.
Sorry,
his
I was
camera's
stuck on
working
mute.
out.
I was stuck on mute. I'm good now.
Okay.
I'll push forward as well.
I turn to the group, kind of trying to get.
It's so like in character. It's hard. Sometimes I'm like, I want to ask. I'm like, did he freeze or?
Or do you just hate us?
I turn to the group and kind of trying to get my bearings again in the group and where I stand, and I turn to them inquisitively and I say, since everything has kind of changed out there, we haven't revisited the table or the purple, Quin's favorite purple cylinder. Should we look at that room first before we push through the door just in case we never have a chance to come back.
I'm all for the exploration.
I would like to see purple again.
I'm not in agreement.
Okay. So we walk in.
Take me to my panel.
See the functioning instrument panel, the
On the-
holographic table that shows the position of everything outside, including the still moving tumbleweed and the new footprints that you guys made on the trail on the way here.
Quin just sits at the door for like a half second, just like eyes get really big, and he just walks slowly and confidently over to the purple pillar and just sits down. His tail just starts twitching.
Wow, 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 wow. You know when you can like hear your heartbeat in your eardrums
Mhm.
and you
Yep.
can't hear anything else? It's just like you're mystified,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely captivated by this thing.
All right. So I can see on the table everything that happened out there. Do I see any additional movement outside of our footprints, the tumbleweed, or anything else?
No.
No. Are there any controls on this table at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Anything new on this panel?
It's remarkably the same as you left it.
I want to touch a random button.
Whoa, guys, you see that?
Oh boy. Do you actually?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah. I know what's going on with this thing.
Yeah.
Azar just mesmerized by the table, like the holographic reflection. He's never seen anything like that before.
Azar, as he presses the button, you see a sinkhole start to form on the part of the table that indicates over here, which, taking you guys back to the dome, is about this area.
My
And
eyes widen up as I see the sinkhole form.
all of you hear this tremendous explosion in the distance.
Calculated.
Jirk, what do you mean calculated? What did you do?
Oh, go watch your purple. It's
no
fine.
longer interests.
It's
Purple
like-
no longer interests Quin at all. He's
For-
just like 100% like Halloween cat mode. Like, what the fuck is going on?
For a split second, like after the explosion, the pillar flickers for a moment. Like the stream of purple is disrupted, and then it's like back on.
It's no longer working. What did you do?
I opened up a new path, clearly.
Why do you insist on touching things?
Because nothing
hisses
important
immediately
ever
after he
gets
says that.
done without myriad touching.
Do you touch another?
You know what? Out of spite for being questioned on why I'm
Don't do
touching
it.
buttons, yes.
I bark, do not.
And I'm just like, I just have my hand over going, ooh, and then I push it.
Roll 2d8.
Quin crosses his arms in supreme disappointment.
Azar curls his hand into a fist.
Zuref is slowly stepping back from the table.
A bolt of electricity arcs from the console into Gieric, dealing 8 points of electricity damage and sending him flying across the room.
Oh, it doubled that? Dang.
At the beginning of book 1, there is a page and a half section on why you should not allow players to press random buttons, including a very large chart as for things that can happen.
I lightly jog over to Gieric's body slumped up against the wall, and I just kind of pick him up by both of his shoulders and just kind of stand him up.
See, nothing to it. I'm good.
Hammer
I
on
walk
hand.
over to him and like bend. I bend over in front of him just enough to be eye to eye and say, "They say pain is the best teacher," and I walk off away from him.
Oh,
Quinn is
I had
just
a
like
much better teacher.
blushing, trying so hard not to audibly laugh.
I look at Jarek and I say, I was going to tell you to press another one.
Because you and I are soul brothers.
And I'm already walking gently shoulder past him as he's saying that to me.
What is science without a little bit of spice?
I've already turned the corner at this point. Okay, so-
Ollie just gingerly sticks his head out of the container, and his hair is also like spiked up. What the fuck just happened?
Science, Polly. Science just happened.
Okay.
All right.
He just like ducks back down into the container.
As we round the corner, I stand in front of the door that's left unopened that we haven't been through yet, and I kind of poise myself as I wait for the rest of the group.
Hey, we should swap back to the other one, right?
Oh, are we not? Sorry. Apologies, didn't realize.
There we go.
That explains why the comical Jarek impacting the wall did not get the reaction I thought it would.
Oh, did you slide the token?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gotcha, good.
silly human boy.
So I kind of poise myself in front of it, and I look back at Azar and Quin and Jarek, and I taking in all of the things that we've had to face so far, and I just look at all of them and I say, for Connor and for Torch.
And I just like I like put a thumbs up and I go, for money.
For friendship.
I kind of scoff after hearing Jarek say for Connor, and I press forward a little bit towards the wall.
Y'all laugh now until we get into a fight.
And we're going through this door, right? On my right. Yep.
Oh, that door here? Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Who's doing the honors?
Oh, I'm waving it.
I look at.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I look at Jarek and say, go ahead, Smokey.
Yo, you think I won't? All right, and I just slap my hand on the thing.
Nothing happens.
And I just kind of wiggle it around a little bit.
Still nothing. There's a gentle metallic noise, sort of rebuffs a split second after your hand passes over the device. Boom. Make a perception check.
Sure. All of us?
Yeah, everybody.
Cool.
Let's see anybody beat that.
Wow. It's all famine tonight, guys.
Oh, yeah. All famine.
Miraculously, Eric's the only one that actually sees it, which is hilarious. Slightly to the side, you see another one of the keycard slots. Except it's not red or brown like the ones you've seen before.
What color is it?
It's not. It's just a slot.
How big is it?
Two times the size of a Pop-Tart.
Of a what?
Of a Pop-Tart.
Oh, okay. Maybe how big are those silver discs we found?
About $50 sized.
Okay.
As I see Jarek kind of like
or silver dollar sized rather.
As I see Jarek kind of fumbling around in his mind for what we're to do here, I pull out the really large tongs on my waist and I put them up above my head as though I'm going to swing them straight at the door.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait. Use those like I showed you, Zuref. This isn't an enemy to hit on the head. This is an obstacle to be opened. Unless we have the correct thing, which I don't think we do.
Do you guys like duck out of the way or
I
anything
kind of.
as he goes to swing for it?
I stand in front of
yeah.
him.
I like take a 5-foot step back.
I'm like
I kinda
blocking
just
him hands up.
What is our?
I just watch, kind of amused.
Make a perception check for me as this is happening.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Famine.
Aw, famine,
No,
baby.
no, no.
That's feast, baby.
You sort of bemused as you lean up against the wall. You feel something press into your back from the cloak, and you turn and you reach, and there's a rectangular something sewed into the lining.
I kind of hold it up towards Jarek and says, "Any idea what this is?"
Is that about twice the size of a Pop-Tart?
Indeed.
Wonderful.
I've currently got the tongs pointed at Jarek.
Okay, hold on, Zuref. Your plan A, but we're gonna go with plan 1 right now. That way they both get the equal amount of plan priority. And we're gonna grab that from Azar. If you'll let me have it, buddy. Can I have that?
But you'll have to like rip the cloak.
I hand it to him.
Okay. Yeah, there's a black key card with filaments in it sewn into the coat that you picked up, or the cloak rather.
Hmm.
Can I borrow that for a sec?
Yeah, I just use my cane sword and I cut it off.
Coolio. I look at it, kind of like doing the back and forth thing, like, I'm trying to focus in on it. And then I just shrug and I kind of put it in the slot, just whichever way.
Panel flashes, and instead of a bonk kind of noise, this time when you put your hand in front of it, it makes a more pleasant sounding, like bing, and the doors open soundlessly, and the card spits back out like a debit card at an ATM.
Hand that right back to Azar. Thank you, sir.
I don't take it back.
Okay, I will keep that then, I guess. Alrighty. Do you guys want to head on in?
Yeah, realizing I had a for Connor speech and then all of this stuff happened, I throw the tongs back on my waist and start pushing in.
Yeah, I don't say anything. I just push past Jarek.
You guys so mean to me.
Oh, jeez.
I just walk through.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix fog, but
Can we take a quick bathroom break?
yeah. I'm having
Cool.
a small issue with roll 20.
Did you hit a random button?
No, I'm like Polygon clearing fog of war basically, and if you're not pixel perfect, you can't close the square.
Oh.
There we go. All right, that's a little better. Now let's do this side. And I was like so zoomed out that I couldn't click the right spot, so it just kept going. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Actually, I'll be right back too.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a Coca-Cola.
I'm also going to grab a drink of the
What kind of
Coca-Cola
drink?
variety.
No, now I have to drink something else.
Okay, sucks for you. Bye.
Hello? Oh, right. This just turned into the G. Eric Ryan show, starring me. We'll see. We'll see how long they last. Being all mean. Comes to a fight, they're gonna be like, "Ooh, I keep messing with my dinky little cane sword," or "Ooh, I can't hit anything with my electricity." And then you know what? When I come through with the gun, they're gonna be like, "Well, that's just what he does." And be like, "I carried that fight, like I carry every fight. Don't mess with me, you damn tiefling." Anyway, that was my story. Chase, if you're editing this, I hope you hear that rant.
I heard the whole rant.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yay!
And I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. You missed my rant.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kurt didn't apparently.
Just wouldn't stop talking about Israel. It was crazy. I don't know what got into him.
Oh, he's putting a hit on me right now. That's what that phone's out for. He's like, I heard what you said about my.
baby.
I heard what you said about my cane sword. I'm gonna put a stop to that.
I sure did. You hit
I'm
that
just kidding.
tiefling with a heavy G.
I did put a heavy G at the end. It's true. But you're not a tiefling, so it's fine.
Still, I thought better of you, G. Eric.
Chase, if the recording's still going, you got something to listen to.
That's good. All right. It has been, by the way. Yeah, so
Good.
that'll be a fun edit, I'm sure.
Kurt knows I love his cane sword, and I'm actually just jealous of it.
Come on, dude. My best friend's a tiefling.
Listen, man, I watched The Wire before.
Dude, my mom dated a tiefling. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, that was a succubus.
My mom is not a succubus. Why does everybody keep saying that?
Have you not seen Pornhub?
I'm not familiar with your local plays.
Doom, 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 boom, boom. Zuref conjures up fucking summon instrument.
It's a bass clarinet.
The hub intro.
Conjure up the Andre 3000 flute.
So Kurt, are you listening through your speakers, or do you just have
I have my headphones in.
Oh, I see him now. Okay. Shit.
Was it like JBLs?
Nah, Beats Power Pros.
Oh, gotcha.
What were Beats made by?
Dr. Dre.
Oh, they should really put that on marketing.
I have like a brand new pair of Pixel Buds Pro that I've never opened for some reason. Yeah.
So basically, G. Eric is suffering from delusions of grandeur and needs a site consult ASAP.
I am not suffering from delusions of grand.
I mean,
add up the damage from all the fights, Chase. Add it up.
He did just
he might be schizoaffective.
He did just get zapped with a lot of electricity. Like,
look,
couple hundred amps for sure.
Just because Kurt found out my true feelings about tieflings, okay?
There it is.
It was
what?
heavy.
What are your true feelings about
What do you mean,
tieflings?
you people? Hold on.
You demons.
I mean, that is about 50% of the attitude in Galarian. Yeah, basically.
I hit that sentiment default like right away.
You blue one.
You.
Yeah. If anything, I think I'm the least like racist character in this game.
Sir.
White man with the gun.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he was
Mhm.
enslaved like 9 times.
It's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. All right, we back at it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Weird.
Are we live?
Yes, sir.
Have we never not been live? Can we
Live
cut
in
out that
effect,
whole
baby.
last portion?
We'll
Nah,
see.
that's how we'll get the Black Rifle Coffee advertisements from that one.
Absolutely not. Fucking
I refuse.
degenerates.
All right, so we push in to the hallway.
With my best friends that I love dearly.
Indeed. A long,
Uh,
mostly empty hallway, other than mechanical debris to the north. There's nothing particularly interesting or cluttered about it. It's just loose metal falling from the ceiling. And just to give you a sense of scale, let me take us back to the Thunderdome.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me 1 second. Let me just move you guys out of the way. I'm just gonna do this the easy way. As you can see how far this hallway goes on,
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
dead ending to the west.
Yeah, as I kind of look to my right and see this kind of like kind of a wrapped around hallway, and I look to my left and I see another doorway. I look at the group and I say, obviously, I think we have to keep going through these doors.
Yeah, it's like a quarter mile. You can see it just sort of bending off into the distance, sloping.
So my only question at this point, we had to get the card to open this door from Azar and his fancy cape. How would Connor have gotten into here?
Well, out of character, there are other ways.
Well, I'm not asking out of character.
Oh. Make an Arcana roll. And if you said that out loud, anybody who wants to ponder that particular topic.
Oh, thank God I
Did
didn't
you
pass
say it
that.
out loud?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm asking you guys.
Ah,
Hey, we got one.
2. Yeah, Azar and Quin, you guys are both familiar with the knock spell, which it's the Harry Potter equivalent, Unlocko or something.
Unlocko El
No.
Doro.
That's Spanish.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like Aloha Mora or whatever. It's just basically like non-violently, silently opens locks. And
I kind of just
Azar knows, depending on the degree of skill of the caster, there are more and less advanced forms of it, basically.
Without fully like knowing all of the details about it, I just kind of look at G. Eric and I'm like, there's a lot more things that you don't know about human.
What's that for?
Zach, did you just yeet a water bottle
kinda-
at Bubs?
Kitty, but yes.
Oh.
Sorry. Yep.
without turning towards Gieric, I just kind of say magic.
Okay, see, that's a much nicer answer. Thank you, Azar.
I kind of just walk away from him.
That's my firearms friend right there.
I look at the group, just kind of back and forth, trying to get a feel for what kind of tension is in the room, and I say, so through this door again. I think we have to go.
Yeah, through the door. Let's go.
And is it another hand wavy door?
It is with another black key card.
With another black key card, okay?
You didn't lose the old one, so it's no worries.
Yeah, we got the other one back.
Yep. So I look at you, Eric, and I kind of gesture towards the. I gesture towards the key card slot, and then I gesture towards the tongs on my hip.
Yeah.
I step aside to let G. Eric walk towards the keycard slot.
I just don't know why you guys are being so mean to me right now, but I will still open this door because I think you all just had a bad night last night, and that's okay. I will give you the benefit of the doubt and forgive you, and I'm going to open this door for you. And then I open the door for them.
And we walk past him.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Excellent. Hang on,
You
I'm
guys
gonna put you guys in there momentarily. I just want to.
You guys are about to make the strongest villain that the world has ever seen.
Yeah, real dangerous.
This is the origins of Voldemort.
Oh
basically.
man, Connor, I'm so glad I found you. Where'd all the other guys go? Oh, they all kind of died on the way.
Kablam. Yeah. Oh, terrible. How did all their heads explode? I don't know.
Whoa,
Tragic.
hold on. What's with this room and why are all of our tokens like staggered?
It's not even because I have to stretch these images to fit, and it's hard to get them
Okay.
exact for the grids. So bear with it. You're partially in fog till you step into the actual lobby in front of you. But
Okay.
and all right. So sitting in front of you, see a large metal desk, blinking lights, glowing panels, sitting atop a raised dais over to the east. Next to it is a circular table. There's a couple couches covered in soft black material to the south of the two large metal pillars right in front of you. To the north, you see spatters of dried blood that stain the floor and the walls near a pair of doors. And here and there, you see patches of a rust-red mold and some fungus clinging on the southern wall. The room is illuminated fully by bright panels of light emanating from the ceiling. Floor is yours, gentlemen.
I hesitantly walk into the room just in between the two pillars to the north and the south of me. And I just kind of scope around the room and I see the blood, the dried blood, and I see the round table to the east. And without saying anything, I pull my sword out and just ready it.
Kind of creep up next to in between this pillar and Zuref and kind of look around. As I look over to my left, I see the blood on the floor, and I kind of get my hand crossbow out. And can I load one crossbow in or a bolt in already?
Yeah. Since we're not in
All right.
combat, I'll let you do twofer. Not
Cool.
not two bolts, but you can do it as you draw it.
Yeah.
I just look at G. Eric and oh, never mind.
He just sprints for the console like
Technology.
I just walk in, kind of standing off to the side of Zuref here, noticing the other two kind of ready themselves and kind of just brace myself. But I don't pull any weapons out as of yet.
I will slowly head towards that north, the blood, and try to investigate it in some way.
I keep an eye on G. Eric, kind of wary of what he's going to do.
I sit right where I'm at, just watching.
what are you attempting to investigate? In what way?
I am trying to investigate. I'm trying to investigate I'd say I'm trying to investigate probably the type of blood and how long it's been there for.
Make a survival roll.
Yes, Kitty. Okay.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. It's
Oh,
blood.
Good. Good.
Who dropped all this spaghetti sauce?
Oh, they're not aliens, they're Italians.
Oh no!
Mamma mia. No, it's blood.
It's blood.
Even with an 8. I mean, it's dried but reasonably fresh.
Can I see if it's in between the door, or is it just on the front of the door?
It's definitely, from your vantage point, you can't see through it.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
There's almost no seam when these doors are shut.
Okay.
They're like machined down to a micron, so
Gotcha.
it's almost like a solid wall. Could
After the group.
try to open the door.
After another group, and I go, there's blood over here. They've already seen it, obviously. Yeah, I'd like to walk over to the door and see about opening it.
Indeed. No key card,
I call out to
just a crystal. Go on.
no. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you could just wave your hand in front of the console and it'll soundlessly part open.
Okay, I do that.
All right. Let me find a section for that. This is a very awkwardly shaped corridor, so this is going to take me a minute.
Sure. Are you just clearing fog right now?
Yeah.
You want the rest of the group to do what they're doing?
Not really.
Okay.
He knows I'm going to try to hack into the emails.
Yeah, we'll get to that momentarily.
I'm going to find out their DraftKings account.
Stupid. His password was Luigi. I told you they were Italians.
It's Luigi Mario.
All right. So
Oh no.
That's the door's part. Bloodstains, viscera, and gore mar the floor, the walls, even bits of the ceiling. Scorch marks and smears of ash are the indicators of some sort of altercation that took place here. It isn't so much a hallway as it is an abattoir. Making it somewhat worse, other than the hum coming from the fluorescence in the ceiling, there's no sound to this place. Just eerie silence.
I turn back to the group and I look back over my shoulder at the entrance to that hallway, and I look at the group and I say, whatever happened here, it's relatively fresh and it does not look good. Let's tidy up our dealings right here if we can, and I think this is going to be our best lead to explore.
I look at Azar and I go, "Oh, of course he wants to go down the blood-soaked hallway."
I kind of just
Kind of
wander
look over
over.
at
Go ahead.
I kind of look over at Quin and just say, "Well, it's the best direction that we have right now. Nothing else really seems out of place. But also, what is out of place in this place?"
I walk around behind G. Eric and I see this door. I go, "Hey, can we open this?"
Yes, you can.
All right. I want to open this door. Wave my hand.
Bear with me 1 second. Would you move your token below G. Eric for a moment?
Oh, there's a beholder in there.
No, I just can't finish clicking that goddamn polygon.
A butt holder, you say?
A butt holder. You're ruining the creepy atmosphere. Butt jokes. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Inside, you see 5 upright storage lockers. Would you like to look through them?
I like lightly clap my hands together, almost like in a praying pose, and like wiggle my fingers, and like a devious kind of like smile comes across my face, and I go, exploring. I walk into the room and I want to raid.
Okay. It's probably going to take a couple of you to sort through. There's a lot of shit there. A lot of lockers. Otherwise, it would take you 20 or 30 minutes if you're doing it solo.
Mm-hmm.
So, is anyone going to help them, or?
I'm still trying to get into all of their naughty accounts.
I'll
Hey,
walk
Azar,
over,
I
keep
could
my
use some
eye-
help.
I walk over, keep my eyes on G. Eric, and I'll walk in and turn to Quin. And what do you need help with?
Well, and I point to the lockers in front of me. I was like, come on, help me. Search for whatever. Find something cool.
I look around and I kind of chuckle to myself and say, something cool. I can do that.
Nice.
And I start sorting through stuff.
All right. Would the two of you go ahead and make perception checks for me while you're in there?
Hmm.
Jesus.
Bum, 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 bum. Anybody else looking with them while as they dig through, or?
No, I'm standing out in front of Jarek.
Okay.
I'm going to ask Jarek, you sure you want to press any of those buttons?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Let me tell you what you guys do find. 3 of those small silver discs that do shift in the light. If you look at the inlay, just the right angle, and 26 that don't. As well as a small cylinder about the size of your forearm, a little bit scrawnier, with a lone button in the middle.
Kind of just look at Quin and I don't really know what any of this is.
Yeah, don't push that button yet.
Yeah, I'm
And
not smoky out there. I won't.
You should hide that. Or you could give it to me. I'll hide it for you.
I hand it over to Quin, not really questioning his motives.
Jesus.
Take it, and I just put it in my shirt pocket, or like inside my robes or whatever.
All right.
Take the rest of the disc and put it with the disc I already have.
Yeah.
As you guys are stuffing your loot away, and you go to exit the room, let's get one more perception check each. Oh,
There it is.
you drop one of the silver discs, Quin, and as you bend down to pick it up, in the very last locker, the one closest to the door, from that angle, you can see a tiny sky metal bin, almost fused or merged with the inside back of the locker. It almost looked like the bottom of it from when you were standing before. Very easily comes free. A little bit of wriggling. It's locked. There's one of those key card slots. This one has a white square. Small enough that you could put it in a back, like in a pack or something. about the size of.
I do that.
Imagine 2 cigar cases stacked on top of each other. It's about that big.
Okay. Well, from where I'm at, whoa. Hey Azar, look what I found. I pull out this like box. It's just big enough, that I'm like holding it and kind of like manipulating it upside down and kind of like trying to put my ear to it, trying to see if I can hear anything inside of it. And I go, what do you think is in here? There's like a key card slot.
I kind of tilt my head to the side and flick it just to hear the quality of the metal. And I just, take it. There's a key card. We've been finding things. Let's see what happens.
Sounds good. Quin has like a little like satchel kind of a pack that he carries. So he just like puts in his little satchel pack.
Nice.
Before we walk out, Azar kind of mentions to Quin, does G. Eric ever stop talking?
I kind of give him a little chuckle, not by the sound of it. And then I kind of like finger gun him as I'm like walking backwards out the door.
Yeah.
I kind of smirk and walk out afterwards. I follow him.
Speak of the devil. As you sit and study the panels on the desk, one of which is a monitor to our conventional understanding, the machinery flashes and it blinks in random patterns. Occasionally you see flashes of that strange slanted text that you've been seeing in these ruins. And every so often you see images of totally whole, not zombie, four-armed creatures, very, very similar to the chieftain that you encountered, as well as a sleek, predatory, almost feline-like creature, which seems to flow as it moves, shadow to shadow.
Cool. Can I? What else can I do with this thing?
What would you like to do?
I don't know.
Sparky?
I'd like to. Don't call me Sparky. Dang.
Smoky?
I don't know. I'm trying to still figure out what all these things mean. So I'm trying to put together in my head the information I've gathered from seeing what symbols kind of do what from the doors and other things. And I don't know. Let's try to just go deeper into the system.
I'm gonna need an engineering roll then to start.
Oh, that's gonna be easy.
22. Let's say it took about 3 minutes for them to do a somewhat thorough search of the room, since Zuref has opened that door and is sort of standing sentry. You think you managed to piece together. You've seen these. Obviously, Alkenstar is very close in proximity to the 2 magical nations of Nex and Geb. Nex is a wondrous place. Almost paradise if it wasn't a state in perpetual war with Geb. You've seen magical interface consoles, although different, using crystals, not sky metal and plastic keys like this one does, function in a somewhat similar manner. You think you're able to intuit a series of buttons that will take you to the main menu, as it were. You've only ever really seen it used in like shopping context. And with a few keystrokes, you find yourself there and are overwhelmed as hundreds of options and line commands in that strange text just keep flashing and coming up. It's as though you, in real life, opened up a command prompt or command line window. You won't have the slightest clue what anything might do.
Okay. While they're finishing up their room excursion, can I like kind of try to write down what I see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reasonable assumption to say you guys probably got some paper and some sort of writing implements.
Fantastic. I will try to just write down what I see then. That way we can take it with us, and I can maybe try to find out if anybody knows how to read it or can teach me how to do it.
Is anyone else looking at this while this is going on?
I'm just sitting on the steps, just kind of like playing with the hair on my tail, like trying to pull like knots out of it.
Sure. As Jarek has been kind of like clicking and clacking away, I kind of walked around behind him and kind of just peered over his shoulder.
I'm standing there, but like I'm not really paying too much attention to what's on the screen, but more so just watching G. Eric himself.
Zuref, you can very clearly read before he opens the command line interface intake.
Okay.
You see a bunch of text that indicates subject number, status, dome status, environmental control, so on and so forth. Things of an increasingly technical nature that I don't think Zuref's brain would be able to put two and two together and accurately translate to common.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can translate any of this to common, honestly. Except for one thing specifically, which is the word dome.
Yeah, I'd say dome and maybe intake.
Yeah.
Or reception, maybe better.
Okay.
I don't know what medieval equivalent really you would call that, but we can say that you'd be able to explain that element.
Yeah. Okay. So as Jarek has got clacking away, I kind of turn to him and I say, I have no idea how you've even done any of this, but I see the words dome and like reception or intake. And
actually, I would say in your barbarian, like plainsman lexicon, it wouldn't be intake. It would be like
initiation.
No, it'd be like lobby to great hall.
Okay, it's a great call then, or lobby. Okay.
Like the entrance to a lodge hall or something. You know what I mean? To like the tribal center.
Okay. I'm kind of referring to Jarek that I can see the word dome, and I can also kind of see what I can only understand as like the kind of like the entrance to a great hall or to a massive gathering of sorts, like a tent of sorts.
Are you sure about that? You can read this at all?
I can just very little, but I'm almost positive it says
he
dome.
Can read all of it. He just can't adequately parse. Yeah, what exactly he's saying. He would have no fucking idea what engineering or environmental control or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. You and we're gonna sit down one of these days, and you're gonna help me learn to read this at least a little bit better.
I look at him and I say, I can. Maybe you'll teach me, and I'll do my best to teach you. But it definitely something to do with the dome out there, which I guess would make some sort of sense.
And I add that to my notes, like this means like dome, and this means like great hall or whatever.
Cool.
Okay, now what were we talking about? A bloody hallway? What's going on?
You mean that bloody hallway? And Quin just kind of like points off to the left. Yeah, it's like Zuref's home, right?
I shoot a glance past Quin. It looks like I'm looking at him, but I'm definitely looking past him. That's it.
What?
Don't mind him. He's still traumatized after the fire beetle incident.
Oh boy.
And Quin like suddenly realizes like, oh, oh wait, no, I just meant like the battlefield. And then I kind of like Quinn kind of like looks around like a little bit confused that they would take him as being mean at first.
Zuref then locks eyes with Quinn and just nods at him and says, "Yeah, it's actually quite familiar, and not in a like a weird, sad or post way. Just yeah, it's quite familiar."
Quinn just like has that like little comical like phew moment.
Quinn, it's not too dissimilar to you either. A little bit reminiscent of what happened when you walked back into your house.
As I look at the hallway.
Oh yeah. There's like
Yeah.
a split second where you like flash back to the manor. Blood
Gotcha.
everywhere, dead relatives strewn about.
You can the party could probably see as I look down the hallway, my fist kind of like clenches just a little bit.
I was just kidding about the fire beetle thing, Quinn. It's fine.
Huh?
Azar
Yeah.
takes notice of
Yeah, it's fine.
demeanor.
Well, and then I start walking up towards the door. I guess we better get this over with, huh?
I look up at Quinn and the rest of them and I say, before we go down this extremely bloody hallway, there does happen to be a doorway right behind us that we could possibly open unless you are all ready to go down what I can only imagine to be a nightmare.
Well, we're gonna have to go down it one way or another, so I mean I'm fine going just right away. Exploration's great and all, but may as well figure out what's causing that before we start going around everywhere else.
I look past Zuref at the door and just say, we should open it just to be sure. We don't know what that other path may take us. We may not get another chance.
Zuref looks back at the group for the fourth time and realizes that without his bull-headed leadership, it seems that we are a party divided. And Zuref, knowing that when it comes down to it, one way or another, these people will fight and will do everything in their power to survive. He kind of resolves himself to take Azar's command here, but keeps it in the back of his mind that action has to be taken swiftly, and waves a hand at this door.
You see a hallway.
I turn back to the group and say, it's a hallway leading to another set of doors. I think it's time to go down the bloody hallway. I think that is the best thing we can do before we. I think we have to.
Before we wind up in the back rooms.
Yeah, before we find ourselves on a different planet or something, I think it's important that we head back. We head that way. That's the closest lead that we have to the last party or even a human that has been in here at any time, and it could be Connor's blood. So we should check it.
Quinn just bows with his left hand. His right hand comes up underneath and just bows and points to the bloody door, as if like offering for Zuref to be the first one.
Tank in front.
Okay.
Good call.
Yep.
Okay, so all right, and so Zuref just starts to slowly walk through this. What'd you call it again, DM?
Abattoir.
This abattoir, and just kind of ponders and introspectively thinks about the gore and the blood on the walls and on the floor, and tries to step around it in the most respectful way possible.
You coming, big guy?
Kind of look down the doors leading to another hallway and grumble past it, and just kind of walk carelessly through the abattoir, not really having the same care that Sheriff had whatsoever.
Are we all weapons
Quin's
out?
taking
Or
care. Oh, yeah, Quin has his sword out, but he's kind of dancing around to all the dry spots where there are no blood.
I mean, it's dry. It's I'll have the rest of you guys make survival rolls now that you're in the hallway. As about where Azar and Zuref are, you can see there's also like tangled mounds or piles of metal and other material surrounded by really oddly covered stains. Azar, even though you are too cool and don't give a shit, you realize that this is like really recent. Some sort of battle, maybe within the last week, even. And it's definitely human blood.
So as I'm stepping through, not caring at all about what's going on around me, as my feet kind of meet with the dry stain of blood and I get a feel for the consistency, I start to realize that this blood is incredibly fresh. And then I look up over to Azar, not Azar, I look over to Zuref and just mention this blood can't be more than a week old.
I look at Azar and I look down at the blood and I can only recognize the color of it. And I look back up at him and I say, human?
Most definitely.
I kind of kneel down looking at it a bit more and say, for sure.
As you guys are stooped down to getting a good angle at these metal piles, all four of you flash back briefly to a small laboratory inside Connor's house with the destroyed construction drone. Torox, a Tumbler, whatever you want to call it. Strikingly similar in all four instances here.
I look up at Azar and I say to him, given all that we have, the whole group can hear me. I go, given all that we have done and seen and faced so far, knowing that we pulled the bodies of humans from the pits already, I can't imagine anyone that wouldn't be more powerful or stronger than us would make it this far besides somebody like Connor.
This
Azar
just
looks down
seems.
kind of.
Oh, go ahead.
Azar looks down kind of downtrodden just for a moment, thinking that this blood may be Connor's.
Well, only one way to find out. Probably keep on going.
I look back and notice that Quin is oddly quiet.
Quin just is like muttering to himself, just gross, 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 gross. As he looks around, but he's got kind of like a slightly worried look on his face.
Noticing this and maybe recognizing that Quin still doesn't remember he has no mask on, I look at him and I say, you a little worried there, Quin? It's not like anything we haven't faced before.
No, I'm fine. Quin suddenly realizes like that he's been showing facial expressions. I'm fine. It's a lot of blood. That's all. And just like pushes past him and pushes past Azar.
It is a lot of
Meanwhile,
blood. I would say without even having to roll, you guys kind of realize like way more than one person's worth of blood.
I'm up here going eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And I pick this door.
Oh, the one that the blood trail does not go into?
Sure.
Coward.
The fate's decided.
Indeed.
All right. Well, that door does not have the answers we need. Let's go through the other one.
Let me move you out of. Can you move up one space, Azar? Thank you. Hold on, it's gonna take a second.
Get over there, flame boy.
I look at Jarek and I say to him, based on the position, like where that door looks like it's leading to and the layout of the room, I say to him that isn't it odd that the where we came from almost kind of reminds me of like the tavern. We've got, a table, we have chairs, we have like what looks like a bar. Isn't it kind of strange?
Where we fought that big guy too. That was also very set up like we would have.
Hmm.
The table around in the room. Anyway, let's go here.
Yep. Let me tell you what you guys see.
Mhm.
Okay. As you enter the room, catches your eye right off the bat. You have a long table with various unusual stones and dirt samples heaped all over the top of it. It's sort of sitting on the southern wall. To the north, a line of metal discs with glowing panels and buttons are placed next to a very large humming device, the heart of which seems to be a flickering sphere of reddish-brown mud or dirt. Maybe flickering might not be the right word. Oscillating, spinning, pulsing, something of that nature. Dust covers most of the room, save for a strangely clean swath between both doors, leading in the direction of that strange humming device.
What's this weird trail? Quinn just kind of points at that like smooth track that just kind of seems to go to the other door.
Okay, make another survival roll.
Everybody, or
Yeah.
This has to be the one. Ugh.
for me,
Yeah. Eric, you realize that was probably the path of a blood trail continuing. There's something is almost like taking care to sweep it up. The floor is like almost pristine.
It's
the clean swath, like from door to door.
it's a little curious that the blood trail pretty much just ends right there, and it looks just too clean, right? Like, I think something dragged question mark something in here and then cleaned up after it, right? Doesn't that sounds weird, but it sounds like probably what would happen for all that blood to just stop suddenly.
So it's a murder room?
Most rooms we've been in recently feel like murder rooms.
Okay, I'll give you that one. And Quinn just kind of like cracks a little bit of a smile.
so then our path flashed forward through those doors.
I think so. Otherwise, I don't see where else the blood trail could have gone. And that was a pretty clear trail for all of us to follow.
I look at the group and I start walking forward and I say, anything we need to find in here, we can probably try to return to. I think we should push through.
Yeah, I can agree.
Are you sure?
After you, friends.
I want to examine the table or the computers or anything. Want to do that at a later
Oh,
date?
use computers? Oh, absolutely. Let the technomancer in here, please.
I start walking towards the door and I realize that Gieric is not following and I stop. I turn around. I don't make an audible sigh, but I immediately turn to the table that has the minerals and rocks on it, and I just kind of peer over them while I wait.
I did one of those things where I was walking by and then I was like, "Oh, that's actually kind of interesting," and I like leaned back and then just changed trajectory.
Do
I continue, and I want to try and open the door anyway.
Zuref, come here, come here. You know how to read this stuff better than I do. Come here.
okay, Quinn.
I
Quinn,
go over.
I'm gonna move you temporarily just for a sec so I can defog.
Sure.
Oh Jesus, it's like not closing. Hang on. Killing me, Smalls.
Can I roll perception to see if there's anything of note within the room or no?
Absolutely. Give me one sec. A lot of stuff going on here, so.
No worries. Take your time.
All right, let's get the perception roll first, and then Quinn. You see a hallway that jogs off. It's almost like a T shape. The blood trail continues towards another series of doors up ahead. Azar,
So
give me
Quinn,
just a sec.
Oh,
Keep
go
saying
ahead.
what you can say.
Quinn sees like the door open, he sees the hallway, and he sees the blood again. He's like, kind of looks back, and then suddenly he realizes that like Zuref and nobody is really behind him. He looks off and he can see Gieric and Zuref at one of the computers, and just kind of goes, "Guys, I found more blood," and just kind of like casually points at the floor.
Well, that's good.
Okay. As that's going on, Azar, underneath this table over to the east, you see a small metal box. As you open it up, appears to contain 3 firearms.
Walk over, pick up the box, look inside, and yell back, "Smokey, these look like your type of deal."
Who's he? Zuref, who's he talking to? Did we bring somebody else in that
I bark at him, "You!"
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look in 1 second.
That was
I
not
leave
that was not out of character.
the box.
What was that?
I leave the box open on the table for Gieric to find, and I kind of join Quinn at the opening of the hall there.
Did nobody else hear that?
You all heard it.
I look at Gieric and I say, "Listen, we can come back to these computers or whatever these are, these screens at some point."
As you say that, Zuref, are you like glancing at it at least a little bit?
I am.
Every so often, pictures appear and disappear almost at random. After it happens a few times, you realize it's a cycle. It's like showing the same images over and over again. You see environments a lot like the arid mountainous desert outside in the dome, and a much more pervasive red sun. You see the lack of water, violent dust storms, and very, very far off images of what you recognize the word for primitive, 4-armed wildlife. And you keep seeing the name Kasath over and over again.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm thinking about how I can articulate this.
It's like gripping you for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is
I'm
clearly
kind of stunned.
I don't think that Zuref has ever seen a fish tank before.
No.
but you've seen like a goat pen,
Yeah.
right? You've seen things are kept somewhat captive,
Mhm.
not just for entertainment, but for other reasons too,
Sure.
breeding or servitude, or to, you know, what happens if there's a doe with a broken leg in the wild, someone wants to mend it, whatever.
Oh, we lost Kurt.
No, he said he's oh, we did lose him.
We lost him. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was gonna listen or something. Okay. I'll wait till he comes back.
Yeah.
How about that local sports team?
Mm-hmm. Shooty hoops.
But-
Sports ball.
I think the Broncos are losing right now, actually.
I don't know.
I think they're.
That's
I-
sad.
I
'Cause
think
my dad's a big fan.
I think he tried to hit mute and he fucking hit the close button by accident.
Hi, Kurt.
It's 10-9 Vikings over the Broncos.
No way.
Halftime, yeah. Saturday night.
Crazy dude.
Yeah.
It's like disconnected me for some reason.
All right, you back though?
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, so obviously the closest approximation, the first thing that comes to your mind is livestock, right? This is clearly an indication of what's outside. Whatever the dome is supposed to be replicating. And it takes you a few more moments as you see images of Galarian's solar system. You've seen this before. You may not have a perfect understanding of it, but every culture has their own representation of the heavens, right?
Mhm.
And you clearly recognize another far off picture of Galarian's solar system. But every so often as it cycles to Kasath, you see a different solar system, different planets, different stars. Some you recognize, most you don't. And you realize that these are images from another world. These are creatures from another world.
Mhm.
I don't like that. What's making that sound?
Make a perception check. Why don't you?
I guess I'll make that perception check as well.
I would assume everybody would after they heard that.
Sweet.
Oh man.
Firearm friends are the only ones.
I'm still gripped by what I'm looking at. Apparently,
It's a big, heavy sort of revelation.
Mhm.
Azar and Eric, both of you guys recognize that sound right out of the corner of your eye. See something emanating from this strange machine. You want to take a closer look?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I turn my back towards the machine. Start examining it from right about here.
Again, as you see, the heart of the device is this oscillating red-brown sphere. As you study it,
Kind of get
you realize it's not a sphere at all. It's a tube or a ring of some kind, and it's moving, undulating as it unfolds. Let me show you what you see.
Hey, thanks for coming closer.
It unfolds itself into a rotund, mollusk-like creature, sporting 8 tentacles, the one on the rear thicker than the others, bristles, horns of some kind along its back, along with 2 smaller arm-like tentacles, no eyes, and a remora-like mouth of hundreds of rows of razor-sharp teeth. As its voice, almost childlike, jumps into all 4 of your heads. Hello?
Hello, I say as I pull my gun out.
Who are you?
I'm G. Eric Ryan. This is my compatriot Azar, and there's Zuref over in the corner there, and Quin in that corner over there. And who are you?
I have no name. You can call me Zeed. I like Zeed.
Zeed it is.
Where am I?
What the fuck?
Who's carrying Polly right now?
Hey, yo.
Eric, I believe.
Always. Ollie and I are ride and die.
I immediately reach towards the container with Polly and try to pull him out.
Okay, you may do so. Are you trying to
Polly,
do
do
it?
you know what this is?
Trying to do it on the sly?
No, it's very obvious.
Oh, you hear it too. Not good.
What do you mean?
Again, it repeats in all of your heads, like, where am I?
I wish we knew,
Quinn's
but
just like
At this point, I turn to the group and I reveal the revelation that I have found by staring at this screen for this amount of time, that um, I am seeing images of creatures from completely different planets that look very similar to the things that we had seen inside the dome as well. And I reveal to them that whatever this is, it is definitely not from here in any way, shape, or form. And the fact that it can communicate with us in this way is very, very alarming.
Where is here? What is this place?
here is this room. This place is right where we're standing.
Take
Ah,
a step back.
what is room?
what are you?
I am Seed.
Yeah, yeah. This is all beaming into our heads, right?
Oh yeah.
Um, I walk over and this is a giant container, right?
Oh, it's no longer in the container.
It's out of the container.
It's free floating.
Okay, like around us.
No, in front of where you were.
Okay.
Oops, I'm sorry, wrong. Jesus.
Oh, we're back at the bar. It was all a dream.
Afraid not.
Oh no.
It's the sphere in the center of the machine, but for I'll just put it on the map, but
Okay.
it is kind of on the top right corner of G-Eric Squares where it actually would be located, but it's floating
Okay.
like above the glass of the machine.
So it's out. It's out right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
G-Eric, you are different from the others.
I'm not that different from them. They're a little bit surly, sure, but on the whole, they're pretty good people.
No. The others. Everybody make a will save.
Oh, God.
Will I? Oh,
That's
no.
fine. That's fine.
I won't.
That's right there. There we go. Where is my...
Get it, Quinn. Roll a 22.
It's below
Where's-
initiative. Right below initiative, below flat-footed.
Thank you.
Mm. Quinn and Eric, as soon as he says, no, the others, both of you drop to your knees as you're overwhelmed by a vision of Connor and his party being dragged through the room by similar robots to the ones you've encountered before, although slightly different in appearance. The party is bloody and savaged, near death, and obviously in pain, and the scent of their wounds is overwhelmingly delicious. There's another flash as this thing licks and savors the viscera that was left behind. Probably an obvious explanation for the clean trail of blood and dust in the center of the room. As you come back on your knees. And Polly says, this is bad. This is really bad. We got a code 2 on our hands. What is code 2? And in Ignan, Polly will say to Azar, sock puppet dangling from the ceiling.
Look up.
I
eyes kind of
also hear this.
Yeah, you understand it, I'm sure.
What the hell
Yeah.
does that mean?
Which comes out as sort of like,
I asked Zuref and Ignan, what do you think we should do?
My vote's for getting up and out of here.
Yeah, because you can understand this too, can't you?
yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
you
shit,
can.
I forgot
Yeah, you
could
can.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, you can understand this too, yeah. I look back at them and I say in Ignan, I look back, I say in Ignan, I say I'm not entirely sure. And as I say that, I look back up at the creature itself to see if it recognizes anything that's going on while we're speaking in this language.
It giggles once again. I like growls.
So we continue to speak in Ignan because it's clear that it can't truly understand us. I look at G. Eric and I say, what the hell happened in Ignan?
Do you guys want to try to roll knowledge on this thing?
Yeah.
What's
What
the
kind of
knowledge?
would it be?
Taster's choice. One
Okay.
total. You pick one of the three. It's either Arcana, Planes, or Nature.
Kind of planes or nature. Okay. All right.
I'll roll Arcana.
I will roll planes.
All rolled nature. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You rack your brain, and as you, Zuref, as you find mention of this in your tribe's, ancient lore, it giggles as it recognizes the thought of you recognizing it, like others of its kind. It's a relative newborn, but it's an immensely powerful psychic predator called a cerebric fungus. Extremely intelligent, but due to its captivity, limited in its knowledge of its surroundings. If it's been stuck here for God knows how long, if what happened to Polly's anything to go by. With a 22, you also know these things have a ravenous hunger, both for sustenance and for conversation. So long as you keep talking, you're probably safe. Should the conversation wind down, all bets are off.
I quickly turn to the group and immediately start speaking common again. And I say, I immediately just spark conversation again. And I say, well, this has been a pleasant experience in this room. Lots to explore in here.
What the fuck? You guys have just been grunting for the last like 10 minutes. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. What is fucking happening?
What
the
is
fuck?
fucking-
What the fuck?
Fuck.
I look at I look at Quin and I just nod at him hard. I go, yeah, growls are fun. I like growls.
I like growls.
Quin, are we going to talk about how? Did you see it too?
At this point, Quin is wide-eyed because you guys just were like grunting at each other for a while, and he has no idea why. He doesn't speak Ignan, so he doesn't know that you guys were. So he's just kind of like all of a sudden a little like weirded out that the three of you were suddenly all kind of like speaking in these like weird ways, and he can't understand why because you're not giving him a direct answer. So he's a little bit confused, and he's like, guys, please just make sense. What is happening?
I look at the group and I say, I look at Quin and the group and I say, listen, Quin, I say, every single situation is different. I said, you have your thing, Azar has his thing, and Jarek has the thing right now. Jarek has the thing right now to keep us all safe.
Quin's just kind of like mimicking like the head nod that Zuref is probably giving him. Just like, like slow head nods. And he's like, ah.
I turn to Jarek and I say, Jarek, and I look up at this ceramic fungus. I look up and I look at Jarek. You see the firearms on the table, and our friend here has firearms. Tell me about that.
I mean, I haven't taken a look at the box yet, but I know Azar can light himself on fire. Like that's why I keep saying that. I thought it was just kind of
fire. He says it like gleefully, like, yes, do that.
I immediately speak in Ignan quickly as it's shouting that to both Jarek and Azar, and I say, this thing is going to feed off of our conversation, or it's going to feed off of our blood. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. I don't know how long this might take, but we must speak to it.
I give Zuref a head nod in understanding of what he's saying saying to me.
Oh, so now you want me to talk? Okay.
Yes, talk.
Okay, well, Zeed, my very good friend, my new acquaintance, my multi-faceted, multi-toothed, multi-dimensional creature. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I will gladly tell you anything you want to know about me, but I want to get to know more about you because I have never seen a specimen as wonderful, as vibrant, as dare I say, beautiful as you.
I am Seed. I am hungry. What is beautiful?
It is what you are. It means that we're very good friends now.
What is
and
friend? I am hungry. What is friend?
So a friend is somebody that you do not eat because you enjoy speaking with them.
That's not a reason not to eat.
Guys, I need help. Tell you what, my buddy Quin here, and I'll like walk back, grab Quin by the shoulders, and like plop him in front of me. He'll talk to you for a second, and I'm gonna go. I want to go check out that box of the Blickies. You know what I'm saying?
You may.
So I'm gonna walk up and kind of switch places with with G Eric, and I'm gonna go. So lead was it?
Lead. What is lead?
What is lead? You know, lead like a conqueror, right? Like,
What is
or
conquer?
like, are you talking about a lead? What, Concord? Oh, it's
No.
it's grapes. It's
What is grape?
we use.
What is conquer?
So Alexander the Grape was this
Quin.
mythical
Quin.
hero.
What is mythic?
Mythic. So I think you're thinking of limerick, and so that's just a kind of sentence that you say in a weird way. And so basically,
Limerick.
what was that?
Limerick.
Limbic. The limbic system is this really amazing thing that you can learn about. It's actually part of a bigger structure of things. Guys,
What is
kind of looks
structure?
back at the group because
What is guys?
anything?
As that is going on, Eric is examining the objects inside the case. 3 obviously firearms. Very much obvious. They, after a moment of experimentation and examination, they snap open. You see a single chamber for a single shell. Each is loaded. And with a cursory sniff, you've seen something a much, much more primitive. I mean, caveman compared to this device. But you're pretty sure it's some sort of flare gun.
Ooh.
Like a Derringer, one shot and it's done.
Okay. Is there any way to tell like what they're loaded with?
Yep, yeah, what the chemicals that go in rudimentary flares.
Oh, okay.
That
Okay,
would
that's
that
what
would
you
go up in artillery from like Alkenstar.
meant. Okay. Julio, I'm gonna snag one of those. I'm gonna do the good old Ignan and be like, hey, so these are like flares, I believe. Zuref, you seem to know about this. Would that help us in this situation, or should I just back out of the room?
I respond in Ignan while gently tapping Quinn on the shoulder that I think we should continue this conversation as we back out of the room slowly.
I respond in Ignan, the hell is a flare?
So
Zeta
it's
responds in Ignan. What is flare?
oh no.
What is hell? Flare, hell, flare.
Okay,
So
guys, he's barking like you, so I'm out.
these are called hell flares, and they're really cool because, and I look around at them, and I give them a look like, hey, I'm about to do something kind of dumb, probably.
Quinn takes a 5-foot step back.
Hell flare.
And Zuref just nods and closes his eyes.
All right, close your eyes, Azar, and I just shoot the thing at Z.
All right. roll. Just make a normal pistol attack for your first increment.
Okie dokie.
When he tells me to close my eyes, I'm kind of like, why?
It makes no sense to tell you.
Okay, we're doing this one without deadly aim on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
The damage I'm assuming is different.
that's a hit. Go ahead and roll 1d8.
Nice. They've been in storage for a little bit.
Oh, geez. No, it worked. It's just like when a grenade launcher hits something too close and doesn't quite prime. It immediately flares to life, wobbles, and hits this thing right in the mouth. As its mouth immediately starts flaming and smoking, and it lets off a psychic shriek. Everybody, make a will save.
Oh, God. This is the one again? That is the
Okay,
one.
Oh,
it's the one!
only one of us did.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay.
Dude, a 20? Jesus.
Eric, Quin, and Azar. You guys are all sickened, so go ahead and mark that on your sheet.
It's a condition.
Yeah.
Should be on the very right, near the bottom.
Would each of you roll 1d4 for me? Not Zuref.
Woo.
Oh wait, did I fuck that up?
Yeah, you did R slash
What was
again.
that again?
Slash R.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Ooh, lower's better. Or so I think.
Oh, the turn order window's open.
Ta-da-da. Ta-da-da-da. All right, everybody roll initiative.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
Yes. Oh, I gotta click my portrait first, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then do initiative. That was not the one.
Ugh.
Woo! That means Azar and I get to beat the hell out of it. Oh, and Quin. Hell yeah, let's go.
Listen, I got a bonus will save there, so we're living the dream, all right?
You're very lucky in one sense.
Not only did I resist whatever he did, I feel better because of it.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Call an ambulance.
Not exactly.